Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video, and today I have Donald Trump versus Joe Biden back in 1988. This was Joe Biden's very first attempt at the presidency, where he was scandaled for plagiarism back in his law school days, and even plagiarizing speeches during his campaign, and it got to him. The media attacked him for it, etc., etc. And Donald Trump at this point was a Democrat, but let's say he was a Republican, decided to run against George H.W. Bush. I think if we had 2016 Trump in the embodied the younger 1988 version Trump, or Trump kept his morals, Trump has his morals that he has in 2016 or 2020, either one, and we stick him into the body of 1988 Trump, what would it look like? So for Donald Trump's vice president, I have you'll see what I did here in a second. I have Indiana Governor Richard Orr, Indiana Governor Richard Orr, and for Joe Biden's vice president, I have California Senator Alan Cranston. If you can see what I did, congratulations. You don't get the joke. I'm just kidding. But I'm now going to fill out this map. Now I have every state that was won by under 15. I'll do the under 15s last, but I'll do the under 10s first. Let me set this map back up and lock it. Okay, so first we're going to start off with the state of Washington. Washington, I think, was narrowly won by Michael Dukakis, and he was a stronger candidate than Biden. Donald Trump is a stronger candidate than George H.W. Bush, George H.W. Bush, in my opinion. I think Trump is going to win Washington by a lean margin. Just based off the fact that Washington was trending blue, but Donald Trump had that appeal to like multiple voters, and I think these voters up in the West Coast was very conservative at this point in time. And Donald Trump speaks more conservative than George H.W. Bush did. He speaks more of the Reagan, I guess you could say. If Donald Trump became president in 1988, it would be like the second coming of Ronald Reagan. It would be 8 more years, of economic good times in the economy. The economy would rise exponentially, and Bill Clinton would probably get squashed in the Electoral College, even if Ross Perot ran against him and Trump. Illinois, I think Trump wins Illinois by a likely margin. He'll do a lot better than George H.W. Bush did. He's a Rust Belt favorable candidate. Maryland, Pennsylvania, again, I think he'll win that by a likely margin. Again, the very Rust Belt favorable candidate. He'll win Maryland by a lean margin. Vermont, I think he'll win Vermont safe. That is a huge gap from 3 to 10 plus, but I think that Vermont was probably one of the more conservative states back in the day, back in 1988, back in the Reagan era. And the only reason why Bush lost it was because of how bad of a candidate he was. The only reason why he won so big in the Electoral College because he was Ronald Reagan's vice president. California, I'm going to say that's lean. Again, I don't think, very conservative. Same reason Washington. I don't think Trump could appeal to these voters, but at the same time, Joe Biden could as well. He could appeal to those elites that are in there. There were elites in there, and these 3 states were trending blue heavily, and it showed in this election. Wisconsin, it was won by 3 by Dukakis. I think Trump is going to win Wisconsin by a lean margin. This was a time where the West Coast, the entirety of the Rust Belt, was trending blue and blue heavily, besides Indiana. And it was not good. Donald Trump has won this election, by the way. He defeated Joe Biden. Joe Biden just can't catch a break, can he? Missouri, I think Trump wins that by a likely margin. Big numbers, very big numbers. Very big numbers. Trump has that ability to turn out people. Ronald Reagan didn't turn out people. Michael Dukakis did. I think Trump would be pulling out numbers similar to Dukakis can, because he can appeal to these voters. He knows how to turn out people. New York, Trump was from here. But I think Joe Biden narrowly carries the state of New York. I think in 1992, Trump would win New York, but 1988, Biden carries the state narrowly, very narrowly. Oregon, same here. I think Biden carries it. It was very close, very, very close. But again, trending blue, you can't change that. West Virginia, I think Trump narrowly carries West Virginia. Again, he's got that southern appeal. He knows how to pull people out. He knows how to appeal to them, despite what party he is. New Mexico, I think Trump wins it by a lean margin. If he says we need to build a wall, which I don't think he will, considering that Reagan had torn down a wall in Berlin and that we had just similarly seeing what had happened with the Berlin Wall. I don't think Trump would be campaigning how to build a wall on the southern border of America. That would turn off a lot of voters, and I think he's smarter than that. But either way, I don't think his Latino appeal would be high. Not as low as Biden's, but it would be low. But I still think he would win the state of New Mexico. Connecticut, I'm gonna say likely. Montana, likely as well. It had flipped in 1992, but I think Trump would win it safe. South Dakota, he wins that safe. Minnesota, I think Biden carries Minnesota by a likely margin, similar to Dukakis, I think. I think Biden has that appeal up in this area. Again, this was just the start of a Rust Belt trending blue. Colorado, I think Trump wins that by a likely margin as well. Massachusetts, I'm actually going to say Biden wins that by a lean margin. He's going to do worse than Dukakis. Dukakis only won the state by that big of a margin because he was from there, and he was very popular in the state. But I think Biden could turn out some big numbers in Massachusetts if he campaigned right. He's probably not gonna, because Trump is going to attack him on the whole plagiarizing thing. Not good. Michigan, but Trump wins this safe. Trump, again, he knows how to appeal to the white working class of any age. He was a very smart man, especially when he was younger. A very smart man, knew how to appeal to these people, knew how to talk to them, etc. Hawaii, I think Biden wins Hawaii safe. I'm going to keep it likely. It was trending blue. I think in the next election it became safe, and ever since then it's not trended less than 10 once. Now the rest of these states were all won by less than 15, but over 10. And I believe Trump wins North Dakota safe, he wins Kansas safe, he wins Texas safe. Iowa was won by Dukakis by a safe margin. I think Trump could trend that. He could trend it to the point where Biden only wins it by a lean margin. Again, I think he would flip it in 1992, if given the right circumstance. Arkansas, Louisiana, they're safe. Ohio is safe. Let me see here. I don't want to screw anything up. Let's see. He wins Delaware safe. I think he wins New Jersey likely. A bunch of crossover voters from New York is going to come over and vote for Biden, I believe. Actually, Trump will win it. The whole racist remarks Joe Biden makes is not going to help him out in New Jersey. So, there you go. Rhode Island, that was won by Dukakis. I think Rhode Island's likely to Joe Biden. We also have Maine. Would you look at that? That goes to Trump. Let's say likely. Okay, here is the final map, 452 to 85. Trump did a whole lot better than George H.W. Bush did. But then again, he's going up against Joe Biden. Joe Biden, terrible candidate, especially in his first run for the presidency. Just proves that Donald Trump can beat Joe Biden any day. Especially back in 1988, where a lot of people were scared of the left because they were called commies. I'm just kidding. But anyway, guys, this is the Chaotic One saying peace.